Hey everyone, welcome to this lesson. So in this quick one, we're going to talk about the index method. Now, this is a way to actually work with Python lists, and this is something that we're going to be using in the next lesson where we're going to build our project for this section. So I'd like to, kind of explain a little bit about it and kind of get you familiar with it, because it's something that is very commonly used in Python to access a list. So I thought it would be a good idea for you to get its own lesson per se, and just like see it more in action. All right, so index method is essentially a way to access a list and get a position of a certain item in the list. So if you remember the way we work with lists, and by the way, I'm going to leave a link to this page in the resource section for you to check it out. But if you remember lists, what we do is, for example, when let's say we have a list of fruits and we got apple, we got orange, and we got let's say kiwi. Okay, so we got a list of 3 items, and the way we actually would usually like access something or print something is that we would just get the list name, and then we, for example, would start from 0, right? That's the index number. Now again, if I run this, if you take a look, we're gonna get apple. That again, that's the 0, and that's the first item of the index, right? That's the first item of the list. Now, one of the things about this is that what if you're in a situation where you are in the list and you need to get the number or the actual index number of the list, or a certain item in the list? Because obviously that's not always possible, especially when you have dynamic lists where you add stuff to it constantly, or take stuff out of it, delete stuff out of it. So you want to get, like, let's say we're in a situation, and that's something that is going to happen to us in the next lesson where we are going to start building our project. When you need to we need to get the number of, like, a number of the certain item in the list. So how do you do that? And that's when the index method comes to play. So the way index method works is that all you got to do is essentially just ask for the index and ask for the item in that list, for example. So let's actually define a variable here. We're going to call this fruit, and the way you use this index is that you use the list name, obviously, right? So that's our list name, and then dot index, and you're going to put it in parentheses and add the item. So in this case, the item that we're looking for is a string, so we're going to put it in the quotation marks, right? So I'm just going to say orange, and if I put orange, what is going to happen is that x is going to be equal the number or the index number of the orange. So if I actually print x, what is going to show me is, take a look, we're going to get 1. So this means that orange on this list is the number 1 item. So, like, that's 0, apple, and number 1 item. So this is how you use the index method to get the list, or the list number, right? So like the index number of an item. So that's a very useful function. I just want to kind of explain this a little bit for you guys, because it's something that we're going to be using in the next lesson. So when you see it, that's what we're doing. We're essentially using index to get the position of an item in a list. So let me know if you have any questions, guys. And again, you make sure you practice this for yourself as well, using the same file that you have for this section. You can fork it for yourself. Let me know if you have any questions. If not, I'll see you in the next lesson.